I'll keep it, on the non-censored issues here of, I think you're right. And I think a big thing that I've realized, because I've been to so many medical conferences, and then I was just at the biohacking conference, in Orlando. And, it's there, but people sort of drop their ego. You know what I mean? It's like you're there to learn in a sense, not to showcase or be like, I'm right, you're wrong. And it's so much of what we did there was like, let go of your ego, meditate, right? Go beyond that, get in touch with your authentic self and raise yourself with higher vibration so that, you aren't stuck in a negative state where I'm right, right, right. I've been to too many of those conferences where you just start to have a discussion with a doctor and you see they have to be right. Like the ego is, I was trained in this. I created this new way of treating X disease. It's the only way. They're like, and you tell them, hey, have you ever heard of this? And they'll just dismiss it, right? And they're like, no, that doesn't work. You're like, do you even know about it? Do you even know what it is? And Laj, like we're into NAD and like you'll bring up NAD to some doctors and they'll be like, oh no, that's dangerous stuff. Not even knowing what it is. They couldn't even tell you what NAD stood for. And yet they are the experts. Their ego says, well, I can't tell them I don't know because then I won't look good. They won't trust me anymore. So I'll say, you shouldn't really do that. Just stick to the medication I gave you without even trying to understand or even Google it, let's say, and be like, hold on, let me look into that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are good doctors out there too. Yeah. I love doctors. My father, like everyone I know is basically a doctor. Yeah. So I don't want to bash them. I'm just saying that when you bring up these ideas like why the biohacking is embracing and not like us against them, it's because we have like given up that ego and that ability to say, I don't know that, and that's okay. And I want to learn that. I want to keep learning. And unfortunately, I feel like doctors are put on such pedestals that it's hard to say that even. It's hard to admit that I went through hundreds of thousands of dollars of education and I don't know what that is that you're telling me. And so you do have a lot of doctors that just like kind of dismiss everything and just stay in their lane of this is what I learned. This is what I do. I will only do this for my patients. And, I hope that changes. And I hope people kind of embrace this idea of like, doctors aren't super people like Superman and women, right?
As you,
they screw up. They don't know things also. And that's okay, but I think as long as they're striving to always do their best and always place results first and not ego, right? And that is what can change the medical field in general.